Everyone, welcome to the VA Launchpad, a mini webinar series or course that will help you go from zero to client ready in 30 days. So, in this webinar series, I will try my best to help you guys acquire a new client in about 30 days. So, I know a lot of people will think that this is a very long time to do it, and some people will just want to go for, let's say, 2 weeks or 1 week to get their new clients. But yeah, I do believe in this, that you guys need a lot of learning first before acquiring your first client. So if you're somehow, like, let's say, not a beginner, you can skip this course. But if you are a beginner, I do suggest and highly suggest that you take this course. So, dito sa pinaka-course natin, hindi lang natin pag-uusapan yung mga skill, but we will definitely talk about also kung ano yung mga dapat nating malaman muna para makapag-start kayo as a VA. So, as a misconception, most of the people think na it's easy to go in and just start your VA career, especially if you are already working for a corporate company. But in reality, medyo magkaiba yung concept ng pagtatrabaho dito sa remote setup or virtual setup kesa dun sa pagtatrabaho natin sa mga companies na pinasukan natin as a Filipino. Okay, so medyo iba yung ano nila, magkakaroon kayo possibly ng culture shock or anything na, alam mo na, medyo magkakaroon ng gulo or somehow confusion. Pero, we will try our best para matanggal natin yung confusion na yun na possible na ma-encounter nyo. Okay? Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself first. So, most of you already know me, pero dun sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa akin, my name is Nicole, and I will be your VA growth partner during this webinar or this mini course series. Okay, so I do have at least more than 10 years of experience as a VA. So I started when I was 16, and I started from scratch without any coaches or anyone teaching me how to do things. So my only best friend as of those times are Google and YouTube. So yun, pero I do hope that this mini series or mini course can help you somehow skip that part na abutin pa kayo ng 10 years in order to learn everything that it has that you need to learn when it comes to being a VA. So I will be your growth partner for this. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out sa akin. Pwede rin kayo mag-comment dito if it's related to this video. And of course, there's no stupid questions. So anything that you'll ask regardless kung medyo parang para sa inyo medyo stupid yung question, it's not a stupid question. Okay? So feel free to ask anything. Okay, let's start with our first real question. What is a VA? Okay, so I know you heard this a lot already, but I just want to give you guys a deeper or somehow a different perspective kesa dun sa mga usual na naririnig natin as a VA. So, for example, most of the people kapag tinanong what is a VA, ang unang papasok sa utak ng iba is someone who works remotely, which is true. Yung iba naman nagkakaroon ng conception that we are a call center in a hybrid setup, which is also true. Okay, so meron din tayong mga call center agents na nagtatrabaho in a remote setup. So technically, it's also true, pero I want you guys to have somehow a different perspective about it. Okay? So let's define what a VA is. Okay? So aside dun sa mga normal na naririnig nyo at na definition ng VA, let's dive deep ng konti pa para magkaroon kayo ng different perspective about what a VA is. So first of all, you are not just a worker, but you are a remote professional. So kaya gusto ko kayong mag-start from the basic parts of being a VA for you to have a more professional grip on this type of job that we have. Okay, so as of now, consider yourself as a professional. Okay, you also help businesses save time and grow. Okay, so hindi ka lang basta-basta nagtatrabaho sa mga businesses, especially if you're working for, let's say, a foreigner client. Most of the time, they don't just treat you as someone na nag-work for them, but someone who works with them. Okay? So you help businesses save time and grow most of the time. And you are also a problem solver, not just a task doer. So let's break that kind of mindset na kung ano lang yung iutos sa inyo, yun lang yung gagawin nyo. Okay? As a VA, you have the opportunity to grow from being one of the basic workers to become someone really important dun sa company. And to do that, you need to be someone na willing na mag-solve ng problem, hindi lang ng kung sino-sino lang na uutusan ka lang or kung ano yung inutos sa'yo yun lang yung gagawin mo. So that is actually the importance of learning the skills. So katulad ng mga skilled worker natin na let's say mga tradies or skilled worker dito sa Pilipinas, hindi basta-basta yung opinion na ibibigay mo kapag skilled ka. So yung opinion mo is valued inside that company. And of course, hindi ka lang nagtatrabaho diyan just to be like a design dun sa company, but as someone na kayang mag-contribute dun sa kung ano pa yung pwedeng i-grow nung company na yon. So yeah, consider yourself now as a professional that help businesses save time and grow, and also a problem solver. Okay? So, if you have that kind of mindset, for sure, mas mabibuild up nyo yung sarili nyo as a VA. Okay? So, most of us na dumaan sa process dati, we don't even think of us as a business owner. We usually think of us as someone na nagtatrabaho lang para sa company. So, more of an employee mindset. But in this course, I want you guys to think like a business owner and own a business na parang nag-o-offer kayo ng VA services. Okay? So, please change that kind of mindset, and we will also have that kind of mindset training in the next few modules. But of course, start now. Start nyo nang isipin yan ngayon. Okay, so now let's have a more deeper explanation about a VA. A virtual assistant is equals independent contractor. So this is what I'm telling you guys, to have a business mindset. Kasi kapag ka naging VA ka, you are not just working as an employee of that company. You are now working as someone that offers skills that can help that company. So technically, independent contractor. You set your hours and you choose your clients. So, syempre kapag ka medyo high-end ka na VA, or somehow a VA that chooses to become a business owner itself, you have the freedom to choose your clients. Of course, this comes with a privilege. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin na harsh truth. Usually, you need to have the privilege to do this kasi kapag nag-uumpisa tayo, usually we don't have a choice but to accept everything that will give us experience. Pero once you go way past that, ang mangyayari na sa'yo after that is that you have the freedom to choose your clients and set your hours. So as of the moment, if you're not doing any of this, kung ang ginagawa mo pa rin is pumipirma ng employee contract, that means you're a remote employee. Okay? You're still considered as an employee. Pero once na ikaw na yung nag-o-offer ng services mo, and ikaw na yung nagsiset ng terms and agreements, VA, ano ka na, kumbaga independent contractor ka na VA. Okay? So that is the main goal. Yun yung pinaka magiging end goal natin. To have you suit up and prepare to become an independent contractor, in which ikaw yung magsiset ng terms and agreements para dun sa client, and ikaw din yung magde-decide kung sinong client yung pipiliin mong makatrabaho. Okay? Okay, so what are the services or skills that you can offer if you want to become a VA? Okay, so there's a lot of skills na pwede mong makuha. Pero let's start with a few services that are usually common, na madali nating magigets or maiintindihan. So, I divided this into 4 categories. We have the admin, the marketing, the tech, and the support. So, under admin, these are usually skills that are under general assistance or virtual assistance itself. Kumbaga, yung pinaka ginagawa mo na more on admin assistant, dito siya nagpo-fall. We have the emails, we have the calendar management, data entry, and of course, general assistance. Under marketing, these are the tasks that requires a deeper understanding of how marketing works. So, kung galing ka sa corporate and you are somehow doing marketing for that corporate company, pwede ka mag-fall into this category. Okay? So, we have the social media, we have the ads, and we have the copywriting. We will dive deeper dito sa mga skills na to in the future lessons. But as of the moment, I just want you guys to have the overview or the brief overview of this task or these skills. Under tech, we have the CRM, funnels, automations, and editing. So, I know medyo big word na siya para dun sa mga iba na hindi pa nag-i-start as a VA or doesn't have any idea what a VA is. But yeah, you guys will understand this. I will make sure that you guys will understand this after this course. Support. We have the CSR and the project management. So if you are someone who comes from call center, for example, kung call center agent ka or TL ka, you can fall under CSR. So if you're someone naman na more on the leadership part roles, you can do project management. But of course, these skills can be learned as well. Okay? So sky is the limit kung ilang skills ba yung aaralin nyo. That will depend on you. Pero I do suggest that you focus on one skill before you go to another skill. Pwede ka rin mag-laderize program, which I will also discuss in the future lessons. Okay? So I hope you guys have better understanding now. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, but I just want you guys to have a brief moment to think about what type of skills you can fall or what type of category you can do for the clients in the future. Okay, let's go to the bigger picture. So, of course, ang nakikita lang natin mostly, if someone na tawag kita nag-uumpisa pa lang sa pag-VA, pag sinabi nating VA, usually we think of it as a convenient type of setup. Okay? Hindi natin nakikita yung big picture. Usually, nakikita lang natin mas malaking sahod kasi less bayad sa transpo, less bayad sa ganito. Pero we don't see the bigger picture here. Okay? We usually don't see it. So, what's the bigger picture na kailangan nating makita? Okay. So, as a VA, you can acquire global clients. Okay? So, in this way, you can even get what type of clients you wanted. So, for example, kung gusto mo ng US-based, mahilig ka sa night shift, mga ganon, pwede mo siya makuha. Kung ayaw mo ng night shift, you can go for Australian. Yung mga ganun tipo ba ng klase ng clients because you can work anywhere. You can work with any types of clients na gusto mo. You can choose who you want to work with, who you want to target, and kung saan bansa sila nakalocate. Okay, so this also depends kung morning person ka ba or night person ka. Another thing is that you can work from anywhere. Of course, this is a common sense para dun sa iba kasi most of the people din sa mga na lumilipat sa pagiging VA, they want it because they want to work from anywhere. Okay? Pero syempre, this depends upon kung anong klase ng trabaho ang ginagawa mo. Kasi kung nandun ka sa part na nagpo-provide ka ng customer service, especially kapag tumatanggap ka ng calls, of course, yung location mo should be somehow quiet. 'Di ba? Pero kung mga admin task, usually kahit nasa beach kaya nyo magtrabaho. Okay, social media, ganun din. Kumbaga may mga work dito or may mga type of jobs dito na hindi nagre-require sa'yo to stay in one place. And you can move from anywhere. Pwede ka maging digital nomad kung tawagin nila. You can work from anywhere that you want. The last thing is, of course, para dun sa iba na hindi pa ganun kalakas ang loob or dun sa iba na medyo tatamad-tamad, they will not see this bigger picture. But this third one is endless learning and growth. So, hindi ka may stuck sa isang skill lang. You can always grow your skills. You can always acquire new skills and you can do that while working. Okay? So, dito, based on my experience and according na rin din sa mga kwento sa akin ng ibang tao, usually kapag ka nasa corporate setup sila, they don't usually have a lot of room to grow. So kunyari kung ano lang yung tinanabaho nila, yun lang usually yung ginagawa nila. And that is what they will do for the rest of their lives. However, wag ka nasa remote setup ka or nagpursue ka ng pagiging VA, usually you can always upskill. Pwede mo pang i-grow kung ano yung learning na meron ka. Okay? So, that's why there's a lot of courses that exist out there na nagtuturo ng iba't ibang skill. And even, you can also even visit YouTube for this. 'Di ba? Maraming pwede kayong matutunan na skill. The growth is endless. Okay? So, as much as gusto mo mag-grow, you just have to learn. Learn things slowly or at your pace. That's fine. Especially kapag may trabaho ka na tapos gusto mo lang talagang i-upskill yung kung anong meron ka, you can do that. Okay, so there's an endless possibility for growth. Okay, so remember guys, your role is bigger than what you think it is. Okay, so kung iniisip mo lang is gagawin mo lang yung trabaho na binibigay nila sa'yo, no. You can always go or aim higher pagdating dito sa pag-VA. So hindi ka pwedeng ma-stuck lang na, for example, kung content writer ka as a moment, pwede ka maging copywriter in the future. So, you just have to know kung paano mo siya i-acquire. Okay? And, to be clear, kapag nag-o-offer ka ng services sa client, you are you are contributing a lot of things na hindi mo lang ine-expect na kino-contribute mo sa kanila. Okay? So you guys are giving them another perspective of how to do things kapag nag-o-offer ka ng services. You are free to do that. You are free to discuss it with your clients, especially kapag yung clients mo are open-minded. Those are the blessing clients kung tawagin, or premium clients. You can always do bigger than what you think that you are currently doing as of the moment. You just have to think na yung role mo can be a bigger contribution pagdating ng panahon. Okay? So do not underestimate yourself when you are starting your VA journey. Even though you're just starting, and for example, kung medyo mababa pa yung sahod mo as of the moment, you can always aim higher. Okay? Because your role is bigger than what you think. Okay, so this is not just about you doing this task or this redundant task. This is you learning and growing habang tumatagal. Okay? So yeah, let's go to the action step. So of course, every lesson magkakaroon tayo ng action step. So since this is the first lesson, this will be your first action step. Okay? So before proceeding to the next lesson, I want you guys to write down 3 ways you can help a business owner right now with your existing skills. So as of the moment, kung wala ka pang VA skill, that's fine. Consider mo muna kung ano yung skill na meron ka as of the moment. Okay? So, kapag ka naisip mo na yon, kunyari na marunong ka magsulat, marunong ka mag-drawing, etc. Isipin mo naman ngayon kung paano mo siya may apply as someone na mag-o-offer ng, let's say, offering ng skill sa isang business owner. Okay? So, do this before you proceed to the next lesson. Okay, thank you.